More than 3 decades after Kurt Cobain's death shocked the music world, a long-standing controversy has resurfaced. An independent forensic analysis published in early February 2026 challenges the official conclusion that the Nirvana frontman died by suicide on April 5, 1994. The new report has reignited global debate and reopened public discussion about one of the most iconic tragedies in modern music history. Since 1994, the King County Medical Examiner has maintained that Cobain died from a self-inflicted shotgun wound using a 20-gauge Remington Model 11 at his home in Seattle, Washington. The autopsy also recorded high levels of heroin in the system. The case was officially ruled a suicide, and that conclusion remains the formal position of local authorities to this day. However, the latest report published by an independent research team led by Brian Barnett and Michelle Wilkins questions several technical aspects of the original investigation. In their study, the researchers re-examined autopsy documents, crime scene photographs, and forensic reconstructions based on publicly available evidence. One of the primary issues highlighted involves the medical findings in the autopsy report. The researchers argue that indications of tissue damage in certain organs, fluid in the lungs, and signs of hypoxia are more consistent with prolonged heroin overdose prior to death rather than an instantaneous death caused by a shotgun blast. They contend that these conditions warrant renewed evaluation using modern forensic methods. Beyond the medical evidence, the report also raises concerns about the condition of the crime scene. Based on a reanalysis of photographic documentation, the independent team claims the area surrounding Cobain's body appeared relatively orderly. They question the positioning of the shotgun, the spent shell casing, and the heroin paraphernalia found near the body. According to their assessment, certain elements do not align with patterns typically observed in close-range firearm suicides. The note, long regarded as Cobain's suicide letter, has returned to the center of debate. The report suggests that much of the note reads more like a personal reflection and expression of exhaustion with the music industry, while the final lines explicitly referencing death appear stylistically different. Although these claims have not been officially verified, they revived long-standing discussions about the authenticity of the note in its entirety. Based on this combination of findings, the independent team proposes the possibility that Cobain may have been the victim of homicide staged to resemble suicide. They hypothesize that an overdose may have occurred prior to the gunshot and that the scene could have been altered after death. Nevertheless, official authorities have not changed their position. The King County Medical Examiner's office has stated that the original suicide ruling remains in effect and that the initial investigation was conducted according to the forensic standards of the time. Officials indicated they're open to reviewing new evidence, but so far no findings have met the threshold required to reopen the case. The Seattle Police Department has also reiterated that there is no sufficient legal basis or new evidence to initiate a renewed investigation. Law enforcement maintains that the 1994 inquiry was thorough and supported by the forensic tools available at the time. News of the new forensic analysis quickly spread across international media outlets and sparked widespread discussion on social platforms. Some members of the public view the development as an opportunity to re-examine a case that has fueled speculation for decades. Others argue that the claims require far more rigorous scientific validation and broader review by the global forensic community. Kurt Cobain, whose band Nirvana transformed music with the 1991 album Nevermind, remains a defining cultural figure of his generation. His death at age 27 placed him among the legendary musicians who died young. Because of his enormous influence, any new development related to his case inevitably attracts worldwide attention. Whether the 2026 forensic report will lead to an official reopening of the case remains uncertain. As of now, no new legal actions have been announced. One thing, however, is clear. More than 30 years after his death, the mystery surrounding Kurt Cobain continues to live on in the public sphere, shaped by advances in forensic science, evolving media narratives, and an enduring global desire for historical clarity. For now, the official ruling remains suicide, but the debate appears far from over.